Alright, so I've noticed that a lot of people think Haku can beat Sasuke. I mean, a lot of people. And in my opinion, that's kind of dumb, kind of stupid. So before I get into it, some things to establish. I'm not going to be using any Ito feats for Haku. Nothing's really consistent with Ito Haku. An example is Ito Haku managing to keep up with early War Kakashi, who's practically a god compared to Part 1 Kakashi, especially in like the first 16 episodes. And you might say Haku was holding back in the Land of Waves, but he wouldn't have needed to sacrifice himself to intercept Kakashi when he was about to kill Zabuza. So if the speed was consistent, then Haku definitely would have managed to just save Zabuza while blitzing Kakashi. Next is that Sasuke at the start of the fight and Sasuke at the end of the fight are completely different. Not the same at all. Sasuke by the end of the fight is massively superior to Sasuke at the start of the fight, but both versions do win in my opinion, and I'll expand on that later. I'm also assuming Sasuke has intel on Haku's abilities via standard battle assumptions. So, at the very start of the fight, Haku and Sasuke clash with each other, and Zabuza already states that Sasuke is equal to base Haku, and Zabuza trained Haku and made him the monster he is, so he knows Haku's top speed, how fast he is. Haku then tries to use a jutsu which Sasuke quite easily avoids, and most importantly, right after that, Sasuke blitzes behind Haku, and Haku tries to react but ends up getting baited and kicked in the face. Haku says he's fast, and then Zabuza, someone who, like I said, knows Haku's full speed, explicitly states that Haku lost in a battle of speed. We can take that base Sasuke is massively above base Haku. That's why Haku was forced to use the mirrors. And then if they had fought with Sasuke having intel, knowing the mirrors might cause trouble would just end the fight as fast as possible, blitzing Haku and killing him immediately. If you say Sasuke can't harm Haku, that's also pretty dumb. You can see blood splatter when Sasuke kicks him, and when Naruto was about to kill Haku, all he was going to use was a kunai. So Sasuke's kick and something as simple as kunai are enough to harm him. So base Sasuke already beats base Haku. He just blitzes and kills right off the start, massively above in speed and scales above in AP. And now end of fight Sasuke, who's awakened the 2 and 1 Tomo Sharingan, is like so far above Sasuke at the start of the fight, it's not even funny. He just absolutely decimates. By the end of the fight, a fatigued, wounded Sasuke moved faster than Mirror Haku. He completely saw through his earlier attack as well and outsped everything Haku threw at him. If end of the fight Sasuke fought Haku and decided not to blitz and kill right off the start, he would just outspeed Haku even if Haku was in the mirror. Because he was progressively getting faster and adapting to Haku as the fight went on. So at the end of the fight, he'd blitz Haku even easier, and even if he decided not to, he'd just outspeed him in the mirrors. And for the debunk, there's really only one. Haku was holding back. They use these scans the majority of the time to try and prove it, but here's the thing. Haku didn't need to hit killing points to win. All he has to do is hit points to incapacitate them, similar to what he did with Zabuza. And if he did this, then he would win the fight. Like, they would be immobilized, wouldn't be able to do anything. So Haku doesn't need to be bloodlusted to be trying his hardest. All he needs to do is hit those points and win. And a claim made by Sasuke also directly contradicts, or sorry, a claim made by Haku directly contradicts this when Haku says, I keep aiming for critical points, which Sasuke keeps dodging. This not only backs up Sasuke getting faster and being faster than Haku, but it means that Haku was at least, at minimum, aiming for those points to incapacitate him. So That's it. Sasuke at the start of the fight completely blitzes. Sasuke at the end of the fight outspeeds both versions. Haku doesn't need to be bloodlusted to be trying his absolute hardest. If you disagree, just like leave a comment and I'll give you my Discord tag and we can debate this if you want. So that's about it, yeah.